in my inbox relating to a WNBA statement, and to be quite frank, I was surprised to see it. I didn't think these things would be a topic this year. It's certainly not at this point, but here we go again.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This dump, this turd of turds known as the WNBA, this damn league can't get the hell out of their own way. They don't get it. They just don't get it. The diva of Dump Divas, Kat Engelbert, she does not understand how fragile this fan base is. And by fragile, I'm referring to their level of loyalty to pretend basketball, which in this case doesn't exist.
If you thought the Indiana Fever would just keep quiet, think again. Suddenly, there's talk of a full-blown boycott, and the word on the street is the team is done letting the league push them around. Rumors are swirling, but the details are murky. The Fever say they've had enough of straight-up lies being spread, but nobody will say exactly what those lies are. It's the kind of mysterious tension that has fans whispering and insiders on edge. Some say the Fever know something that could shake the WNBA to its core, while others think this is a bold power move to demand respect. Either way, it feels like something massive is brewing, and everyone's waiting for the other shoe to drop. Get ready. The real story is just starting to unravel.
Oh, how everything can change in a matter of days. It was all good just a week ago. We beat up on the Chicago Sky a few days ago. 35-point victory. Caitlin Clark triple-double. Indiana Fever riding high. Indiana Fever fans riding high. Caitlin Clark supporters riding high. And then, of course, the dweebs do what the dweebs do. They make up nonsense, they make up lies, and the WNBA validate the lies. The WNBA validates the nonsense. The WNBA validates non-truths.
Anyone who thinks WNBA drama is just about what happens on the court clearly hasn't been watching this season. Right now, the Indiana Fever, led by breakout star Caitlin Clark, are carrying the league on their shoulders. She's the reason ticket prices are through the roof and why every game turns into a sold-out spectacle. New fans are piling in, old fans are coming back, and the energy around the Fever is electric. Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's changing the game, pulling in media attention and money that the league desperately needs. The truth, the Fever are the league's golden ticket, and everyone, from sponsors to execs, knows it. But behind all the hype, resentment is simmering and the cracks are starting to show.
Was crazy. Caitlin Clark recorded the first triple-double in a season opener in WNBA history, but are you surprised? Because I'm not. Caitlin Clark's stat line, let me just read it to you. She came away with 20 points, 4 blocks, that's a career high for her, 2 steals, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Like, who are you, Caitlin Clark?
Despite all the Fever have done for the league, suddenly the spotlight turns negative. Instead of getting credit, the Fever are being cast as the league's troublemakers, supposedly because of rowdy fans and because Caitlin Clark refuses to back down from physical play. The story being pushed is that Indiana is spoiling the WNBA family vibe. But look closer, it's really just a few high-energy moments, fans showing passion, and Clark delivering the kind of grit that real basketball fans love. Still, the league and some old guard fans act like the Fever are the villains, just for shaking things up, and with every game the divide keeps growing.
What started all of this?
It's a flagrant, and then Chicago will maintain the basketball. Reef misses.
Okay, that was it. That noise you heard right there that sounds a little bit like a dolphin was actually a YouTuber called Flight Reacts. A laugh. All right, a laugh. That it's my understanding actually gets played during NBA games too. That's what it's all about because they tried to say that sounded like a monkey.
Let's rewind and break down how the drama really started. During a heated matchup, Angel Reese made the first move, shoving a Fever player with a blatant push that no one could miss. It was classic Reese, making noise and flexing her attitude. But when Caitlin Clark answered back with a tough, clean foul, a textbook defensive play, the narrative suddenly flipped. The league didn't call out Reese's cheap shot, but when Clark responded, the Fever fans were painted as the bad guys. Instead of focusing on basketball, the conversation got twisted. twisted, with claims of racism and talk of protecting certain players. And just like that, Reese was cast as a victim, Clark and the Fever as the aggressors. The script was flipped and the drama was just beginning.
And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese
She's getting destroyed. Angel Reese trying to start a fight with Caitlin Clark to deflect the fact that she is getting her ass whipped. I mean, it's on. It is on.
And it's not just a one-off. There have been way too many times when fouls have crossed the line and nothing real happened. Just think back to last year. DJ Carrington straight up eye-poked Caitlin Clark. What happened? Barely anything. Just a single penalty, and then everyone moved on. Fast forward to now, and Carrington pulls almost the exact same move against Jessica Shepard. Same dirty play, same weak response. You've got to ask, are they really trying to keep the league safe, or is the whole point just to throw Caitlin Clark off her game? Because if this keeps up, it's not just about basketball anymore. It's about protecting the people who make this league worth watching.
It's funny, after, of course, what we saw last year, and of course, this was the eye gouge from hell, where Dejanay Carrington tried to take her fingernails and scoop them out of Caitlin Clark's skull.
This is the same thing she did to Caitlin Clark. Her behavior, time after time again, is the same. This isn't something that happens in basketball. This isn't a basketball play.
It's wild when you realize who's actually driving the WNBA's success right now. Fever fans are filling every seat, buying more jerseys than anyone, and setting a new standard for what women's basketball can look like. Game after game, Indiana sells out arenas, bringing energy that's impossible to fake. Meanwhile, the rest of the league looks on, frustrated as their own numbers drop and the spotlight stays glued to Clark. But instead of celebrating what the Fever have brought to the table, critics seem more interested in stirring up controversy. It's a classic case of jealousy, with other teams watching as Indiana sets the pace and wishing they had that kind of star power. And through it all, Clark keeps proving she's the real deal.
Wow, standard operating procedure foul. ESPN, your anti-Caitlin Clark agenda on full display. Going on and on about how that needs to be a flagrant foul. You didn't say a word about a flagrant foul prior to going to break, by the way.
Right, so can't believe I'm making this video. I was at Caitlin Clark's opener, triple-double, won a shit ton of money. All great day. Today, I see online, starting last night, just salty trolls. And they're like, of course, the Indiana Fever are making like monkey sounds and other racist sounds at Angel Reese, which is total garbage, totally made up. I've seen clips of people putting sounds with me when I'm yelling. I'm going, ball don't lie to Angel when she missed the first free throw of the tech, because that was such a garbage.
There's an unmistakable tension in the air, and you can almost hear the whispers. Do we really want Caitlin Clark to succeed like this? Some want the league to grow, but only if it fits a certain image or narrative. It's as if the WNBA has decided it would rather burn down its own momentum than let Indiana lead the way. Instead of riding the wave of new fans, they're creating their own obstacles, criticizing the very excitement they need. Meanwhile, the Fever are just doing what they do best, playing hard, drawing crowds, and keeping the league in the headlines. This isn't just about basketball, it's about who gets to write the story.
National television, it's been the most polarizing conversation in all of sports over the last 24 hours rather. Angel Reese, many would suggest that she overreacted, but Slick, do you have an issue with Angel Reese's reaction to Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul?
Yes, and I have an issue with the way she reacted. I have an issue with the way it's being handled by her, by the Chicago Sky, everybody involved.
The accusations flying at Fever fans say more about the league's insecurities than any real issue. These are the same fans who buy every ticket and turn every game into an event. Is this really about race, or is it jealousy over Indiana's massive success? Caitlin Clark has quickly become the most talked about athlete in the league, while Angel Reese, with her flair for controversy, plays the role of league antagonist. The media keeps making Fever fans the scapegoat for every bit of tension, ignoring the fact that without Clark, the stands would be half empty and the energy gone. The truth is, Indiana is powering the league's comeback, and some just can't handle it. No matter what anyone says, you can't cancel a team that's carrying the whole show.
I'm just really thankful. They continued to show up for us. And they make a lot of noise. Like, they're into it. They're not just sitting there. Like, they're invested in this basketball. It's great for our league. It's great for every team that gets to come and play here. I think we've had a lot of great battles, and they've helped us win a lot of games on this floor. So, you know, like I said, hopefully we can bring the playoffs back here and give them a taste of it because they deserve it. It's been since 2016. So, you know, it's only going to get better and better from here on out.
Take a step back and you'll see how much the landscape has changed. The Indiana Fever have breathed life back into the WNBA after years of empty seats and lackluster attention. With Caitlin Clark breaking records and expectations every week, the team has turned every game into a must-see event. Merchandise is selling out, ticket prices are higher than ever, and every highlight goes viral. But instead of everyone celebrating together, there's a strange resistance from fans, from some league insiders, even from rivals. The Fever's passion is called too much. Their noise is too loud. Suddenly being excited about basketball is a problem, and the league feels divided instead of united. But real growth is messy, and that's exactly what makes it real.
People just aren't used to the heated intensity of a great rivalry. But in the NBA, we had MJ and the Pistons, we had Bird and Magic. We're kind of used to it. As Caitlin Clark in Indiana hammered the Chicago Sky, it was like 4.5 minutes left in the third. There was a foul. It should not have been upgraded to a flagrant foul. It was a foul. And I really think if you truly respect women's basketball, let them play. Sort of like guys. Rivalries equal ratings. Sports is better with intensity. Animosity is part of it. This is okay. Who cares if Angel Reese doesn't like Caitlin Clark? It's not soccer.
All this chaos hit its peak after the now infamous tackle moment. One hard play and the internet lost its mind. What should have been normal in-game contact, hustle, defense, the basics, became the launchpad for a media frenzy. Angel Reese, always ready to play the villain, pushed first but faced zero consequences. Caitlin Clark responded with a tough legal play, and immediately Fever fans were painted as the enemy. Instead of discussing the sport, people were dissecting every second, turning a simple basketball rivalry into a debate about race and sportsmanship. It was as if the world forgot what competition is supposed to look like. And all the while, Clark and the Fever just kept playing and kept winning over the crowd.
I thought it was a hard foul. Yep, I thought the refs got it right, and to Angel's point, move on.
So there ain't no damn flagrant foul, man.
That's not a flagrant? It's a hard foul?
It was a damn flagrant foul.
It was.
Angel's push was a lot harder.
Yeah, well, it was. Not the initial part, but Caitlin later on pushed her. It was.
It's crazy to think the team bringing in the biggest crowds is the one catching the most heat. The Fever's passionate fans are blamed for being too much, while quieter arenas elsewhere are barely getting by. Why all this focus on Indiana? It's like blaming the best part of a party for making it too fun. Clark's arrival has changed everything. She's setting viewership records, drawing the biggest headlines, and proving a rookie can take over the league. Yet, instead of being lifted up, she's met with resistance, jealousy, and criticism. Some teams and fans seem stuck in the past, forgetting that real competition is about rising to the challenge, not shutting down the stars. If the league can't see the opportunity in front of them, they're missing the point.
These are facts. Reese has gotten better, but this isn't a race. This is a wipeout. Caitlin Clark has changed the WNBA herself. No one else. The WNBA All-Star leader in votes in 2023 got 95,000 total votes. Clark got over 700,000 to lead all fan voters this year. And the turnout for voting for the WNBA All-Star game was 700% higher this year than last year. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. The Indiana Fever have the top 20 attendance marks of the season.
This audience, they have no loyalty to the WNBA. Their loyalty lies with Caitlin Clark, and that loyalty, it is not guaranteed to extend to the rest of this putrid league. No one is loyal to the dump. No one cares about the WNBA.
Every time the Fever take the floor, it's like the league is holding its breath, waiting for the next headline. Not about the score, but about who started the latest feud. The narrative has shifted from basketball to off-court drama, and Angel Reese, with her larger-than-life persona, is still the darling of controversy. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark and the Fever have been painted as troublemakers, a storyline that's as tired as it is transparent. Fans fans, real, paying fans, just want to cheer their team. But now, even being a Fever fan is seen as a problem. The double standard is impossible to ignore. If you root for Indiana, you're part of the drama. If you root for anyone else, you're supporting the league. It's the kind of backwards thinking that keeps sports stuck in the past. The Fever are proof that the WNBA can explode in popularity, if only it gets out of its own way.
You would think the number one thing you'd be talking about after that game, after that amazing performance from Caitlin Clark, the triple-double, the amazing passes, the crazy shots, you'd think we would be talking about basketball. The number one thing you think we'd be investigating is how nobody else in the WNBA has ever done anything like Caitlin Clark is doing. We should be investigating the fact that Caitlin Clark's 4 threes in that game were more exciting than, like, if you go to 2022 and check out the top 10 plays of the WNBA season, her 4 threes in that game were more exciting than those 10 plays, literally. Like, what she does in one game is single-handedly more exciting than anything we've ever seen in the WNBA. That's what we should be.
Zoom out and the big picture becomes impossible to ignore. The Indiana Fever are bringing a wave of new fans, social media attention, and record-breaking sales to the league. But the media seems fixated on every bit of drama, stoking controversy instead of covering the excitement. Growth doesn't make headlines, conflict does. The same double standard plays out again. Caitlin Clark and her teammates push the league forward, while Angel Reese and her camp get shielded from criticism, even after actions that would spark outrage elsewhere. It's a dangerous message. That effort and talent only matter if you play by the old rules. But fans are waking up to it. The Fever's revolution can't be stopped by old school politics or media spin. The new wave is here, and it's changing the game.
Jason Whitlock, other than jealousy, what is Reese's motivation for animosity towards Clark? I said she's jealous AF. She sees the attendance, the ratings, gate revenue. It's not close. She's a media-created rival. ESPN played right into it with that flagrant foul BS.
Being a passionate Fever fan has somehow become controversial, as media outlets focus more on side stories than the team's real impact. But make no mistake, what's happening in Indiana is bigger than basketball. It's about loyalty, change, and a new era for the league. The Fever, with Clark at the center, are pushing for progress. Angel Reese's side, meanwhile, clings to tradition and tries to control the narrative. The true losers, fans, and the game itself. Every distraction pulls focus from the incredible athletes and the growing excitement, but the movement sparked by the Fever can't be dimmed, no matter how much the old guard fights back. In the end, Indiana is more than a team. It's a revolution, and that light is only getting brighter.
I need one word to describe Caitlin Clark.
Dog.
Slayful.
Generational.
Generational. Dominant. Passionate. Amazing. Powerful.
Historical.
Legendary.
Ready.
Explosive. Badass.
Indiana.
Awesome. Amazing.
Amazing. Extraordinary.
The message couldn't be clearer. Let the Fever play, let Caitlin Clark dominate, and let the fans cheer without apology. The league's future depends on embracing this new energy, not fighting it. Indiana's players and fans are putting in the work, filling arenas, and raising the bar for everyone. Now it's up to the WNBA to decide, will they grab the chance to grow or cling to the old ways until it's too late? One thing's certain, every time someone tries to snuff out Indiana's fire, they only make it burn hotter. This is more than a hot streak, it's a turning point for women's sports. Clark and the Fever are rewriting the rules, and the heat is only rising. So drop your thoughts in the comments about all this chaos. And if you're backing Caitlin Clark, type CC is WNBA Queen below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.